Hi everyone, this is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do the messages of the heart. What needs to be released in order to call in our soulmate, divine counterpart. I will say, good morning, Lachey. I've been getting a lot of messages through music, so I did have a song that came up that might relate to somebody, because most of these messages, hey, Brooke, good morning, beautiful. But the spirits have been speaking through music, especially when it comes to divine counterparts and what's kind of going on behind the scenes. So I have this song that came up while I was meditating that might relate to somebody, because I know it kind of hit me. It struck a different chord, you know what I'm saying? So before I go into that, if you are new, we have a lot of new subscribers, y'all. So welcome to all the new people. And I'm so glad that you resonate with my channel and the messages that come out for my vibe tribe. You know I love you something serious. I love you all so hard. And I am just grateful for this community. And it's just beautiful to see how everything's kind of coming together. There's been this Mercury retrograde, I was doing really good and then got triggered, and it is, but it's a learning experience, y'all. So you just got to kind of go with the flow, right? And dig deep, y'all, dig deep. So make sure that if y'all resonate with me, my energy, or these messages, that you give me a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you are new, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you resonate. And, if you're catching the replay, drop a comment. Let me know how it resonates with you. Hey, Ellie. Hey, Christina. Yes, Mark Whoopins. That's right, Brooke. That's right. So, hey, Michelle. But yeah, so the song that came up, I'm going to talk about this first before I get into the messages, and I will be keeping track of the timestamps to put in the comments after the video is done. But I feel like we're going to get some really intense messages today because there's a lot of reflection, which definitely goes with the Mercury retrograde theme. And for anyone who doesn't know either, like, I read the Power Path report every month, and I'm not even sure if I posted it, but this month is all about friction. So any resistance that you are meeting during this Mercury retrograde is meant to cause enough friction to ignite something. So keep that in mind. And I feel like it's going to bring us closer and closer to clarity and truth. So can we really be mad at it? You know what I'm saying? I know. We got an amazing tribe going. Yes. So okay, so there's this song, and I did pull up the lyrics so I can read some of it to you so you can understand kind of why, as soon as this song started, I was like, damn, that's a message, especially with us going into messages of the heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's called Must Be the Whiskey by Cody Jinks. Listen, I'm a country girl, so I listen to everything, but country is definitely my thing. And with the way that Spirit's been talking through music, like, they're just giving messages left and right. So this is the very beginning of the song, and you'll understand why it kind of hit me in a different way, especially for those on the twin journey, okay? It says, "No, I'm not going crazy, but lately my head and my heart seem to be at least a million miles apart. My heart says to love you. My head says to run. It's like my heart is afraid to tell my head when it's done. I know that it can never be the way it was. Even though you'll be the death of me, I can't give you up. Too much is not enough. It's not the love. It's not the lust that grips me. It must be the whiskey." Okay? Yes, I know, girl. I know. Tell me. Like, and that's just the first verse. I was like, holy crap. Okay. So obviously the divine masculine is going through some sort of like really harsh truth right now. So yes, right? So if you haven't heard that song before, honestly, I've heard that song before, but I haven't heard it like that. So go take a listen. Again, Must Be the Whiskey by Cody Jinks, Jinks. Okay, so yeah, gave me all the fucking feels, y'all. All the feels. So, and if y'all are friends with me on Facebook, then you have seen the messages that are definitely from the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. And the song that I posted later last night, I Believe in You. Like, I really felt, listen, I really feel the need to say this too, that the Divine Masculine gets a really bad rep, y'all. And if you are not following Twin Tuition 717, listen, you know, I can't say enough good things about this girl. Like, I really can't. I'm a very high vibe person, and it's the more that I raise in frequency, it's really hard for me to relate to a lot of people who are doing tarot videos. Good morning, Nicole. So when I found this girl, thanks to Michelle, she was guided to send me this video, and I am like completely in awe of this girl's work. And I'm so glad that she opened up readings, because I was like, I need you. But the way that she looks at things, you know, a lot of us have been through a lot of heartache and have kind of gotten to this point where we look at the masculine as, you know, even though we love them so dearly and we want them to get their crown chakra out of their root chakra, you know what I'm saying? We end up putting a lot of pressure on them, and we end up saying some things either mentally or out loud that can kind of put a lot of stigma around the masculine, and I want to break that cycle, okay? The Divine Masculine is going through a very harsh awakening process, just like we are, guys. So we need to be giving them the encouragement, and I really want to let the Divine Masculine know that we believe in you. It's going to be okay. We are here for you. The Divine Feminine is here to support you energetically and hold that space without judgment, so you can come to your own truth and know where home is. So keep doing your work, even if we do not realize like how much work you're really putting in. I know you're doing your work, Divine Masculine. So keep it up. Do a good job. To all my Divine Feminines, you are amazing. You are beautiful. You are worthy. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on this journey, and just continue to hold space for your Divine Masculine, and know that they are learning lessons too, whether we realize it or the fact that we don't like the way that it looks. They're just not doing it the same way we are, okay? So yeah, right? And that's the thing, like a lot of those old triggers that were coming up, it was like, you know, I couldn't even be mad. And that's how you know there's a difference, guys, because the ego is finally being shed. And that really happens when the twin comes in. So if you're kind of like, am I on the twin journey, and you have immediately been sparked of wanting to change your life, you know, ending karmic patterns, wanting to be a better person, be better in life, stepping into your purpose, and learning unconditional love, then trust me, you want it, girlfriend, okay? So with that being said, because listen, that don't just happen with anyone. It is an instant soul recognition. You know this person, you want to be in your life no matter how guarded you've ever been. And it's one of those things, the more you move into it, the more you just can't help but have unconditional love for your Divine Masculine, okay? So yeah, no more doubts. I'm like, there is a moment where, you know, the ego tries to step in, like, well, are you just crazy then? Like, are you really? No, I know I'm not. And thankfully, my best friend is going through the twin journey too. And she's like, even though they're going about it in a different route, you know, they kind of manifested this whole union, which I do believe what Twin Tuition says about when you meet your twin, you're already in union. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about more of a physical union in this conversation, okay? So if it weren't for me witnessing what it's like, the dynamic between them, I would continue to think, like, slightly doubt myself. But every time I see them, it is like you can't deny it. They just glow around each other. It's very natural, and they mirror each other so hardcore. It's insane. So it definitely not only gives me hope, but also helps me realign with love because I'm physically witnessing it. So yeah. Hey Cecilia, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good, Christina. Keep up the good work, babe. Okay, so that's a long enough intro. Whatevs. But yeah. Well, and you just got to trust your intuition and understand that everything happens in divine timing, and whatever is meant for you will be. So that's where we have to have faith and surrender. So yeah. All right. So guys, enough gabbing. I'm going to move on to the collective energy. So we are going to be pulling from 3 different decks. This is going to be what we need to release, what do we need to know, and messages from our soulmate, divine counterpart that we need to know at this time. Okay. So collective energy will start. Wow, this is a very long intro, but whatever. There's messages, guys. Listen, my whole thing is if you want to skip to the signs, whatever. Okay. You miss messages. It's not just me gabbing. There's messages in here too. So it's all about you. Okay. So take whatever resonates, because these are general messages. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. But if it doesn't, just let it slide. All right. So our first message is have courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as it is accepting as it's offered to you. You are very, very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others when you are guided. And listen, this is one of those things. We do not have to go through this alone, guys. Okay. So whether you reach out to me or you reach out to a friend who understands, like I did with my best friend, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those moments. I was so low yesterday that I was just like, I need you. I'm coming over. She was like, that's why you have a key. I'm like, that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to, when you ask for help and you ask for confirmation, you will receive it, just like the music. And being able to see those connections and the signs and synchronicities everywhere, right? No matter how much you start to feel low within this journey, okay? Because listen, matters of the heart ain't easy for all of us, okay? What ifs? But this is about knowing that you do not have to go through this alone. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help, because God sends you help in many different forms, whether it be you pulling yourself out the trenches. Maybe it's a song that comes on right at the right time. Maybe you get a sign from a spirit animal, or you just have this inner knowing, this download that drops in. It says it's going to be okay. Maybe you see that couple walking down the road that's, elderly and whatever, and it gives you hope for your future because they're still cute and holding hands, and it reminds you of your counterpart. Okay, things like that. I don't know who that was for, but what else? The signs and synchronicities come in many different forms, and it doesn't matter how it comes in. It just matters that you feel that feeling when that message comes in, right? So understand that when you need help, it is not a sign of weakness. We all need support on this journey, okay? So don't be afraid to reach out if you need it, whether that be to your friends, to your guides, to God, whatever it is, okay? It is not a sign of weakness. You are not alone, and you do not have to feel like you just have to completely sink into yourself and not be able to communicate or have someone to simply hold space for you to work it out for yourself, okay? So on the bottom, we have successful funding. Okay, so all of your todays and to your tomorrows will be provided for. Trust that, because spirit, listen, I even wrote it in my journal this morning. God always has a plan, and it's always better than ours. We don't have all the answers, but they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's where trust, faith, and surrender comes in. So what do we need to know? What needs to be released in order for us to call in our soulmate, divine counterpart? Give us a nice, pretty message, y'all. Let's light this room up with some love, huh? Yeah. Listen, we going through those tower moments, y'all. Okay. So, again, as I was saying, all these things are teaching us something, right? Every single trigger is teaching us something. And what it's teaching us is to go after what we want. Okay? What stirs up that passion? What stirs up that inspiration? Are you willing to step up to the plate and be like, listen, I've done shed my ego, I have done release this pain, and I am not holding my truth back anymore. I am going to go after whatever it is that brings my heart joy. Whatever stirs up creative passion within my solar plexus. I will have the courage to move forward towards anything that I know is meant for me. Okay? They are speaking really hard right now, especially if you are dealing or are an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is also helping us understand that we need to speak up. We need to have open, honest communication. Don't be afraid to speak your truth into existence, okay? The King of Swords is also kind of very protective around the heart space. You know what I'm saying? Look, his arms are crossed. He's standing his ground. He says, I done built all these walls. I don't want to let you in, okay? I don't want to let you in, he says. I feel like this is coming more from the divine masculine side, and maybe this is why these tower moments are coming in, okay, to help break down those walls, because that's what the tower is. It's everything that no longer serves you, all those walls you build up around yourself, and saying, I'm not letting love in because love is a battlefield. I don't want war, okay? But what they don't understand is they're at war with themselves. So I feel like this is a really strong message for the divine feminine to be patient with the divine masculine, because this is what they're going through, okay? And again, they have to come to the conclusion of what they want and be able to offer that big old stick of passion. You know what I'm saying? They have to be able to come to that conclusion for themselves of where they want to be, where they're willing to open up their heart space and say, this is how I've been feeling, okay? Because they need to release themselves from the mental anguish, okay? They have been keeping themselves, again, the message. Hold on. Let me read that again. Let me read that again. It's like my heart is afraid to tell my head when it's done. I know that it can never be the way it was, even though you'll be the death of me. I can't give you up. Okay? Seems to be at least, lately my head and my heart seem to be at least 1,000,000 miles apart. My heart says to love you. My head says to run. This is what they're going through. Their head is saying, nope, just leave that shit be. You don't want that. But their heart is telling them something different. And they're trying to say, nope, I can't let you in right now. I can't let you in. Okay. So, hey, Jason, how are you? But yeah, they have to get to that point where they are in search of truth and clarity. They have to come to that conclusion themselves so they can release themselves from the fear that their ego has been keeping them blocked from, because they are hurt, they are wounded. I want everyone to look at their divine masculine as that innocent little child. We all started as an innocent little child, and look at all the conditioning that the divine feminine has to release, right? Think about what the divine masculine goes through, guys. They are taught from a very young age, don't show emotion, don't open up your heart. You got to be strong, you got to be the provider, you got to be everything, right? You got to be hard, you can't be soft, you can't tell people your emotions. So they hold all this shit in. They don't know how to express their emotional needs, especially when a divine feminine comes in and says, but I want to be tender with you. And they're like, what is tender? I don't know what that is. My heart's been stomped on. It has been broken. But they're telling you, have hope, have faith. The energies will balance out because healing has taken place. Okay? So I don't know who that message is for, but they be loud and clear, y'all. So if the divine feminine is wondering what's going on behind the scenes, that is definitely it. Okay? Is there anything else you would like to say with this message for the collective? All right. Okay. So this is a message from the divine masculine. Okay? This is specifically for the divine feminine. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So if you were being triggered super hard about your divine masculine not letting you in, they say, nope, access denied, can't let you in, can't do it, right? They might be going a different route, and that's okay, because it's always going to lead back to you. Trust that, okay? They are in search of you and don't even know it yet, right? So that's another big message that's been coming out. But this is about the divine feminine loving on herself, letting her heart truly express her desire, and always move into what brings you joy, okay? Tinder, not a dating app. I want to be tender. I want to be gentle with your heart, is what the divine feminine says. And divine masculine don't know what to do with that, okay? So when you move into joy, divine feminine, you are manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. They want you to be joyful and to be in alignment and be moving into purpose and setting up a solid foundation for yourself. So when they come back in, you're both ready. It's preparation, okay? Again, love on that heart space, y'all. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So if you were getting triggered and, this is that thing, always realigning back to love, but it's about staying in that heart space and understanding that anytime you do get triggered and that emotional bullshit starts coming up and you're like, hey, light, how are you? This is about saying, I'm not letting my ego take over here. I am not allowing my ego to dictate how I react to this situation. I choose to respond with love. And it's because we are heart-centered, right? When we stay heart-centered, we open up the doors for more possibilities for our future and with the connection at hand, okay? So let's move on. Who are we doing first? They want to do fire. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the major message? Organize for success. Again, preparation, guys. We have to prepare ourselves for this union, okay? And that is by staying in the heart space, okay? Don't let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Is that not what I just said? They want us to prepare ourselves to move into purpose. Thank you, Spirit. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living in workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. And I say this a lot about law of attraction, especially when it comes to relationships. Prepare your environment. If your house, your emotions, your thoughts, your workspace, and everything is in discord, you're not creating enough room for that love to come into your life, because your life is hectic. Do you understand? Okay. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's time to prepare yourselves. Okay. However you may need to do that, but prepare for union. Okay. So no matter how long it takes, all right, listen, there might be a lot of options, but again, a clear decision has to be made. With all these illusions coming in, right? They say, oh, my cup's so pretty. Look at me. There's only one wishing well. There is only one option in your heart. Okay? And they're saying, if you want that wishing well, if you want all your wishes to come true, you need to make a clear decision, get rid of the distractions, stay focused on that connection, and organize and prepare for this to come true. Okay? You need to be clear on what you want and take action. And that goes with the collective energy as well. You have to break down these karmic situations, these karmic cycles, be clear on what you want, make a clear decision of what you want to experience. And some of you might even need to detox, but when you see where your heart lies, it's easier for you to make a decision and to prepare for that to come in. Prepare yourself. Prepare. Okay, so what else do we need to know? Yeah, the Eight of Swords keeps wanting to come out, but look what's on the bottom. The Ten of Cups. So we're talking about, getting outside of that mental energy where we can break free of that mental prison that keeps us locked down in despair, regret, remorse, anxiety, all these things. And it's telling you, you can be free when you make a clear decision. When you make a clear decision of what you want to move towards, fire signs, you're going to be able to remove that blindfold. You'll see things more clearly, especially when you move more into a heart-centered space. Go with the emotion versus being overly logical and analytical. And make a courageous choice to change your situation, because you ain't seeing things clearly. Also, we have to remember that emotions in the shifts and cycles we go through are necessary, and it's a natural part of our existence, but it can also distort our image. So if we're living in a bunch of fear and I don't know what to do, and we're not sure, then we're blocking ourselves from the Ten of Cups, right? We already know where our happiness is. We already know what we need to do to release ourselves from these burdens. It's just making that courageous choice to do so. Okay? Is there anything else you would like the fire signs to know? It's a lot. Okay. So some of you could be dealing with an air sign or someone who is very logical. I do feel like someone wants to come in, but again, they're scared, guys. They're so scared. You could either have air in your charts, or, again, be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone who is just very analytical, someone who is a lot better with their words than with their emotions, okay? But there are things that need to be released, these burdens, because we do have the Ten of Wands here. So this is talking about feeling loaded down. There's so much pressure on this person's shoulders, whether this be you or someone else. But there is the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So someone is wanting to really speak their mind about this love that they want to offer. But we do have the Queen of Swords here. So this talks about someone who has really had their heart broken in the past, really doesn't have a lot of trust for relationships, and isn't very open with their emotions. They're much more analytical and used to counting on themselves rather than other people, okay? But they also are not afraid to cut some bullshit out, right? If there is someone or something that's creating disruption in their life, they are going to cut off communication. They will cut you out of their life, no problems, no questions asked. So before you go reacting, make sure you go into a heart-centered space and respond with love, okay? So but the thing with the Queen of Swords too is, even if they are kind of cold and bitter due to their past experiences, they really do have like this ooey gooey, like Ramblin' Mike says, ooey gooey, feelings of love. They want to express love. You have to earn your trust with the Queen of Swords. So no matter where that lies for you, that is what I'm getting. So let's get a message from the divine counterparts for the fire signs. Healing. All of this is promoting healing for both of you, okay? Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So I feel like no matter what is going on with your dynamic, like even if you don't understand it right now, everything that you're going through with your divine counterpart, I feel like this is kind of that moment where the divine feminine is really starting to try her best, if not fully surrendering to this connection and allowing the healing process to occur. But anything that you are getting triggered by your divine masculine is part of this healing process. So whether you realize that or not, this is his way of healing you, is by bringing these triggers about, okay? So romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. By you raising your vibration, the divine feminine is going to allow the divine masculine to share this energy with you. You are connected through the mind's eye and the crown, and all this pink, again, heart chakra at full capacity. Okay, when your heart is full, he will feel it. Okay, whether divine masculine is male or female, we all know that it can go both ways. But when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So I feel like this is kind of one of those things where your divine masculine is trying to get you to understand, whether this be, I feel like, again, y'all mirror each other, so it's kind of going back and forth. It's like spirit is just asking y'all to remember that connection. When you feel really low and like starting to feel doubtful about this connection, or if it's ever going to come to union, they're really telling you that go back to those moments where you fell for this person. That moment, that soul recognition happened. That moment where you realized you needed to be in that person's life, or that moment that they stirred feelings within you that you've never experienced before. Remember those, okay? Because those are the moments that really matter. And it's really not about, what you have physically or materially accrued through life. It's about these experiences and the love that you have shared with those people that have stirred something within your heart. And that is what spirit is wanting to bring through today. Okay. So I hope that helps you, fire signs. All right. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Again, 33, 44. Holy crap. All right. So let's see. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on? What needs to be released? What messages? Partnerships. Okay. Allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So pay close attention to any like messages, signs, and synchronicities that you're receiving from spirit. And they're telling you it is time to do the work, guys. Okay. It is not enough to dream or pray. You also have to take positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. And again, look, she's playing the mandolin. Okay. So it's like, listen to the songs, guys. They are speaking through music very hardcore right now, especially for air signs. So it's also helping you remember, like, what are you actually allowing into your life? And are you surrounding yourself with positive, supportive, and helpful people that are going to benefit your life, right? If we continue to hang around low vibrational people, and it's nothing against them, but we like, the way I look at it is you want to be with people who are on your level or higher. Most of the time, you're raising to meet those vibrations or whatever the case may be. But if you consistently hang out with lower vibrational people who are not willing to do the work, they are going to end up dragging you down. A lot of people who are going through the awakening process don't quite understand how to keep that separate. So, like, I wouldn't necessarily say go in search of lower vibrational people, because most of us who are doing this work have learned to separate ourselves from their energy so that we can help them raise their vibration. But unless you have learned the proper tools, I would not go and suggest you going and doing that if you do not know how to properly ground yourself or separate the energies. Okay, so let's see. All right, so air signs. We have the World, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Michael. Again, time to do the work. All right. So with the World card, it says a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth, and insight. Some of you might be really connected to Archangel Michael. Okay. Whoever needs to hear that. But I do feel like there's certain cycles in the air sign's life that are like, you're starting to connect the dots around partnerships in your life, whether that be with your family, friends, significant other, whatever the case may be. But it's also allowing you to start moving more quickly when it comes to releasing things and people out of your life. You have a clearer image of the life that you want to live and what you want to experience, and it's becoming clearer and clearer the more that you remove out of your life, so you can actually allow helpful partnerships in. And this is one of those times where the air signs really need to be strong and committed to this part of their life. If you really want like those really beautiful partnerships in your life where you can actually have that equal energy exchange and have this wild passion and all that kind of stuff, there are certain changes that need to happen, because there are certain situations that don't serve you or that are not aligned with your highest good, and you need to do the work in order to remove yourself from this. No one can do that for you. Okay. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. The more that you release these things out of your life, the more clearly you're going to see how these new beginnings are about to come. Okay. And listen, you have to take control, and you also have to let spirit guide you, because there are always light and dark aspects to our experiences. And yes, the dark aspects don't always feel good, but that light and that purity, that clarity is always there to help balance it out. So when we allow ourselves to have faith in the divine and the greater plan, then we can also have control in what direction our life is heading. And we also know that we don't have full control, so we're allowing spirit to lead us and taking inspired action when we are being called to. So if you are being called to something, if you can't get something out of your head, if you feel like you need to go in this direction, or you need to take up this project, or you need to release this situation from your life, do it. Okay, this is not a time for procrastination. This is about knowing your heart's true desire and going after what you really want, and fuck the fear. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we can let fear hold us back all day long, but sometimes we have to also know that there's a degree of risk involved. And some of the best things in life involve taking a risk. So it's about what you're comfortable with doing, boo. But listen, if you want a boring and mundane life and something that you're just fitting in with the masses, then keep doing the mundane bullshit and keeping yourself in a negative, low vibrational cycle. If you want change, then you have to go after it. You have to be willing to take the authority over your life to say, I want more. I want divine passion. I want healthy, beautiful, balanced relationships with self, with source, and with others in my life. I want my job to skyrocket so I can be of service to this world. I want to shine my light wherever I can. You have to step into that. No one can do it for you. So take the appropriate action in your life, take authority over your reactions and your emotions. And if you need to release yourself from anything that does not serve you, then it is time to start getting to work, okay? Because yeah, the 10 of Swords. It is time to release yourself. It is, especially when it comes to partnerships. You will continue to manifest and attract the wrong relationships until you get this in your head that you are in control of your experience. You are in control of your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And maybe you need to learn to be on your own a little bit. Maybe you need to rely on yourself and your own happiness without having to fully depend on someone to tell you, you're great, you're awesome, you're sexy, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? When you know that you can start completely over and be good with your own self, and that you can build your own empire and bring your own joy, then things will start taking a huge turn. But you also have to understand that there are certain things in your past that are keeping you from accepting the offers that are being handed to you from the divine. So pay close attention. This is a big time for soul searching for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But again, pay attention to the signs, synchronicities, conserve your energy at this time, and do whatever it takes, okay? Because it's up to you. It is up to you. All right, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Whoa. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what's going on with my beautiful air signs. All right, playfulness. Okay. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So whether you are talking, like actually talking to your divine counterpart or not, you can still be playful and keep that energy alive in the 5D and let them know, like, hey, I know you out there doing your own thing, boo, but I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just got a little on me. But they still want to be playful with you. They still want to feel that energy. And, you know, you don't have to cut them completely out, even if you can't physically be there for them, okay? Because this is a huge transformation. This is taking that itty bitty heart that you've had blocked off, right? That little itty bitty, like, I have love and there's flames and, you know, I got a lot of passion, but I don't want you to see it quite yet, okay? I can't give it to you yet, but feel that desire burning, okay? Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things, okay? So when you learn to have fun and just go with the flow and allow your heart to express whatever it needs to express, you will allow this connection to deepen, okay? Because love is the ultimate healer. Don't try too hard, guys. Stay grounded. You are trying too hard. Give it time. So if you are putting too much stipulation on what this connection should be, should look like, whatever the case may be, they are telling you you are trying too hard. Don't overthink it, guys. If you feel like you're really in your head, like, oh, well, this person doesn't fit, this isn't what I thought, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I can tell you right now, if you are thinking too much about any one thing, you are going to come up with so many different scenarios of why it shouldn't and wouldn't work. It is feeling it, moving into your heart space and say, what do I really feel for this person? What does this person bring up for me? Okay. Now, if you have a bunch of confused emotions like, oh, well, I really want to reach out, or I really want to feel, or I really want to be with this person, but all these triggers are coming up and it's making me feel very fucking uncomfortable, it's because there's things that need to be healed. Your heart is telling you where your heart belongs, but they're telling you that healing needs to take place first. Okay? We don't have to think about it. We just have to feel into it, because there is reflection happening. Okay? Give each other some time and space at the moment. Trust and have faith that everything will work out for the best. This is definitely towards the divine feminine going through a transformation. Okay? The divine masculine definitely wants you to take your time to reflect, so that, and just trust that they're going to come back around, because there's a huge transformation in the way that you're receiving messages. And you kind of have to, I feel like if there has been another form of separation, then this is kind of like taking that that time for reflection, so things don't get so out of hand. Okay? If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. And again, this is what they're telling you, divine feminine. They are saying this is time for you to really think about what is going on in your heart space. What do you want to do with your life? What can you do for yourself to bring yourself that ultimate joy? Because you do have that power, and there's a huge transformation and growth taking place here. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So if you feel air signs, whether you are divine feminine, divine masculine, I don't know who's watching my videos, but my whole thing is, if you feel that you need time away from this person in order to get a grip on your emotions, or your thought process, and come to more clarity and sense of awareness about this connection, please do so. You do not have to, you should not be focused on any one person at any given time. The only major priority is about you knowing your truth, loving on yourself, and stepping into purpose. That is our mission. Okay? We have to stay focused on mission here, and don't let ourselves get too distracted by external love. Okay? We have to be able to provide ourselves that energy without relying on other people to give it to us. Okay? So maybe that's a big lesson for you. It's a big lesson. All right. So I hope that helps you, air signs. Let's move on to Earth signs. 4757. Okay, then. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know? And listen, for anyone who's in the chat room, I am not ignoring y'all. I'm just on a roll, and I can't get distracted right now. That is way too many. Okay. Way too many. Spirit, please tell us what the earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to know about their soulmate, divine counterpart. What needs to be released? What needs to be embraced? Man, y'all got all the damn messages. What is going on, earth signs? Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Be clear, direct, and give us a pretty picture of what is going on. Thank you. It's time to face your fears, okay? Especially earth signs. We always focus on financial matters, okay? So maybe you're trying to create more financial stability in your life and make sure that you are good. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be honest about your fears, regardless if it's financial or with love. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, so this could go both ways. Okay, do you have fears about a relationship being successful or failing? Do you feel like going after your dream job or your dream experience, is there going to be success or failure? It doesn't matter, because you're there to experience it either way. You know what I'm saying? So when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. And that's the thing. We don't need to let our emotions or our thoughts control us. We should be aware and strong enough to be able to say, yes, I'm feeling this, but this is what I choose, right? Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear. That in every successful person has struggled with and released self-doubt. So if you are having any self-doubt about this connection or where you stand or what you can bring to the table, it's time to bring these fears to awareness, bring it to the light so you can release it and get to work, right? What's on the bottom? Because you're deserving. Don't think that you are not deserving of this connection, y'all, okay? You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how truly amazing you are. They see you doing the work, okay? They see the transformation that you're going through. So does your divine counterpart, whether you're divine masculine or divine feminine. They see you. Okay, they see how deserving you are, and they want to make sure that they show up right. Okay, that is what I'm hearing. So release these fears, because fears are resistance. So make sure you understand that and really focus on how awesome and lovable you are. Okay, so let's see what messages we have for the earth signs. Ace of Staff. So again, going back to the collective message, a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration, the chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. So again, release these fears, be honest with yourself, and go after what you want, y'all. These damn air signs, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, very strong Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with someone who you really have a lot of passion for, someone that you are wanting to start something brand new with, but this person's very guarded, y'all. They're very guarded. I do feel like they do want to communicate, but they're just not sure how to, because they're at this point where spirit is giving them a lot of signs and synchronicities, but they're just not willing to open their heart at this time. And they do, again, they have a lot of love, okay? They have hope for the future, but they have things to release so that they can really get in touch with their emotions at this time, okay? Oh my gosh, y'all are going, wow. Wow, guys. Okay, this is a huge fucking message. Huge, huge changes. Look at this. Okay. So this, we have the Hierophant, the Decision card, Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Staffs, the Hermit, and Strength. So we have Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like there is a new form of commitment and higher knowledge to what has been happening, whether this be for you or the person that you're dealing with. But there has been a new sense of commitment and enlightenment about what has been happening that we've been doing. Again, vice versa, it doesn't matter. What we've been doing to hold ourselves back from fully committing to this connection, this twin connection. And there's a really there's a really strong sense of needing to go within and really listen to our intuition so we can find that inner strength, so we can tame that inner beast, and we can really learn to, because I've been learning a lot more about this strength card, especially when it comes to divine union or, divine counterparts. But this really talks about the woman in white, talks about purity, clarity, gentleness, unconditional love, where the lion represents the masculine and, the primal instincts. And she's not afraid, guys. She is not afraid. And she knows that she can support her masculine and that he can come into his truth however he needs to be. And he's not defensive. He's there by her side. It might not look the way that you want it to, but again, he's still there. And, there's a lot of significant changes that are happening in this dynamic, but a lot of it is about those fears, like especially with the decision card. Release yourself from that which holds you back and need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So this could also be that commitment to finding out where that lack of self-confidence comes from and why you've been holding back what you need to say, or really like putting forth that effort into understanding that this is a divine and such a unreal, beautiful connection between the two of you, where it's making you want to grow. Okay, it makes you want to be a better person and have that strength and courage to go after what you want. Okay, so good morning, everyone. But yeah, I feel like this is just searching for a whole new understanding and meaning behind this connection, and understanding that this is going to take time. This is not an overnight process, so we can't force the timeline, right? But it's also something that you've already planted your seeds. You're just waiting for it to come to fruition so you can build a solid foundation together and have that happy union. Again, there are 2 commitment cards here. So it's like coming to that own conclusion. I am fully on this journey. I commit to this journey. I can commit to my purpose, and understanding that the more I move into mission, the more room I'm opening up for them to stand in their truth. Okay. So let's see what is going on with love messages. What does the earth signs need to know? Whoa. Okay. So divine feminine, give thanks for blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. They are telling you, okay, divine feminine, they want you to be happy. They want you to be good. They want you to be solid and grounded and love on yourself so fucking much that your heart glows, because they love it when you glow. Okay, I don't know who that's for, but they love it when you glow. They love watching you be in your power. Okay, and when you move into your power, you will start to manifest new beginnings. But they also want you to work on forgiveness. Okay, forgiving your divine masculine. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So if you are feeling cold and disconnected, move back into that commitment for the journey, commitment into healing and working on yourself and moving into purpose, and understand that whatever you focus on will manifest and it will grow. Don't allow these negative thoughts or these negative karmic cycles to gain so much momentum that you can't stop that vicious cycle. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all are reflecting each other a lot. Okay. It's like y'all are seeing each other from a spiritual, like on a 5D level. Even if you're not talking, like you're seeing the reflection here, the mirroring, and they're checking in on you, especially the divine feminine to the divine masculine. I feel like the divine feminine's really like kind of tapping in, like, are you doing okay? Are you all right? I feel this, that kind of energy. But it says emotions are a natural and necessary part of life. They can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So, if you are having any resentment, this is a good time for you to realize that these are things that are going to stop that connection from really coming to fruition, because they want surrender. You have to put the pieces of your soul back together, right? It's like patchwork. It says at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So especially for any of you, it doesn't matter divine feminine, divine masculine, because we all one and the same, right? So it's like any issues that you have around self-doubt, self-worth, or anything that makes you feel like you are not good enough for this connection, these are the things that you need to release, because it is absolutely nuts to think that the divine, that we would commit to this kind of journey before we come here, and then we feel like we are not worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? God does not play jokes like that, y'all. He's not going to say, I'm going to put you through all kinds of hell, and then I'm going to bring this wild, unbelievable love into your life just for you not to have it. Okay? So it's not there. God is not a prankster like that. He wants you to be happy, and he wants you to understand that all these old patterns and belief systems that you had need to be released so that you can accept what is divinely yours. Okay? Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Okay, so please, divine feminine, work on that inner strength, love on yourself. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Okay, they want you to get to this, where you can be with or without them and have your love expand so much. Remember, they love your heart glow, baby. They see that light, and it is like a beacon. They will come home. Okay, so I hear that. I hear that. Wow. Okay. All right. So who we have next? Water. Water signs. Wow, this is a long one, but what else? What else? Okay. Water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on, my friends? What needs to be released? What do we need to know? Give us all the good stuff. I wasn't going to take that, but I'm going to. Okay, so water signs: employment change. God is your source, organized for success, abundance mindset, and dreams of abundance. So, I feel like there could be some changes within your career field that is going to help you somehow with this connection, maybe create more financial stability if that was something you were worried about. But if there are any significant changes that you are being led to take at this point in time, then that was divinely led, and they're just telling you, like, God is your source. You can rely on him. These opportunities that are coming up for you are teaching you how to organize your mental and emotional clarity and things within your space that are going to help open you up to more abundant mindsets. It's like moving more into mission, I feel. So if there is something that you really have been drawn to create or to move into, the water signs are definitely God is definitely telling the water signs that it's time to move into purpose and into mission, and that they are definitely guiding you in this direction so that you can start to follow your heart's desire and have all the abundance that you've been dreaming of. Whether you've been having visions, dreams, a clear perception of like what you feel when you start to think about these things that are coming up for you. I feel like a lot of inspired thoughts are coming up around your career, or maybe you're coming up with some new thoughts to add into what you're already doing that feel really good and exciting, those kind of things. So these are definitely being dropped into your auric field so that it can help propel you to the next phase. Okay, so let's see. feel like water signs are ahead of the game here. Oh my goodness. Good, Brooke. Good. All right. So let's see. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And listen, all these things have to do with that journey, right? With the twin journey, moving into purpose. So what do you need to release or embrace? They're telling you, move into purpose. Do what you're being called to do. Okay. So yeah, Six of Swords, you could be moving, relocating, moving into a new phase in life. You're starting to see things much more clearly. And I feel like a weight has just been lifted, especially due to if you feel like you have been really caught up in your emotions in the past, that you feel like you've missed out on certain opportunities. This is the time to say, like, okay, yes, I kept myself held back for whatever reason, but I'm choosing to see the offers that Spirit is handing me now, and I'm going to move more into my purpose, right? I'm not going to let this energy of dissatisfaction or fear of failure or success to hold me back, because I know that these are messages the divine are dropping in for me, and I trust that. Okay, so be aware of your own emotions, seek out other possibilities. There's a huge transformation taking place. What else is there? What do the water signs need to know? I definitely see you moving to calmer seas so you can look at things in your past that have held you back before. There are still things around the heart space that need to be addressed, but I also feel like whatever, and this could only be for a specific part of you, especially if I'm picking up on Brooke's energy, but I feel like whatever is moving into this energy of moving into purpose, it's like kind of trying to help people through the transition of that heartbreak, of that pain, because you have been through it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what a lot of us light workers are moving into, is like using our own experience to help those go through their awakening process and understand you are not alone. You are not going through this by yourself. And we have all been there. And we have had to release our own pain and our own disappointments so that we can move into purpose and into divine union as the power couple, right? So, yeah. So there is definitely a clear image through spiritual growth and spiritual purpose about what needs to grow, what needs to manifest when it comes to the divine union or to commitment to this journey. And understanding that it is going to take some time, you know, but it's like not being afraid of change anymore, because you want to go after that 10 of Pentacles energy. So it's about moving past that fear and stepping into purpose and allowing other people to see your vulnerability so that you can help others understand more of what they're going through as well. I don't know who all that's for, but it makes a lot of sense. So let's get some love messages. Okay. What is going on with the water signs? Wow. Okay. All right. Y'all got a lot. Okay. So first one. Yes. Feeling more of a sense of peace. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay? So again, moving through this, you know, really harsh energy of heartbreak, letdown, and moving into forgiveness has helped the water signs understand why they've gone through the things that they have gone through. And it's so that they can move into mission. Okay, divine feminine. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. It's because you're healing yourself. And again, moving into purpose. You are listening to your heart's desire. You're choosing to really love on self right now and realize that there is passion. There is passion in this connection. There's, whether you're together or not, this has led you to a higher level of passion and understanding for your life and your mission. So can you really be mad? A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So water signs are definitely on fire in their energy. Like, they have gone through a lot of this processing, I feel. And now that you're coming more into your own truth and your own reality, it's like you're just ignited, and your divine counterpart can definitely feel, sense, and see it. So they're telling you that through this process, it's learning to embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So again, whether they are with you or not, they are teaching you all kinds of things about yourself and allowing these pieces to be put back together so that you can step into mission. I feel like this is all about mission for you, okay? So romance, Cupid arrow strikes. Again, the more that you vibrate at a high frequency of a loving and full heart space divine feminine, you're gonna bring this energy in. Like, you're gonna be calling them in. They're not gonna be able to stay away from you from very long, especially if you are in separation, because you are vibrating at a very high frequency, okay? When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. This is your heart being so full that it's like literally seeping out into your environment, and your heart has taken on wings so that you can really expand your understanding of what is actually going on through these experiences through your heart space. And understanding that we don't have to hold on to these little nuances where it's like, I'm holding on to this petty bullshit. I'm holding on to this connection. I'm holding on to the love that I have. And I'm going to embrace every moment that brings peace, harmony, and love into my life, no matter what the circumstances are, because I have freedom. The divine feminine has woke up, okay? Um, and again, it could go both ways. Freedom, there is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be, especially divine feminine. You are rising up. You are full blossom. You're seeing the rainbows. This is definitely for Brooke. But there is nothing stopping you. You understand everything that you're going through right now is absolutely for a reason, and it's going to lead you to a higher way of understanding and knowledge. Okay. So last message, do not make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. So this is definitely for the masculine. I feel like this is the divine feminine saying, you know what? I'm good. Don't come back because you are feeling guilty you left me hanging. You know what I'm saying? It is only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And we want the divine masculine to be true to us. So it's like divine feminine saying, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. My shit's on fire. I know you see me. I know you feel me. I'm good. Don't come back unless you're ready. Okay? Because I need you to be on that frequency. So I hope that helps you. Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. I love it. So I hope that these messages resonate with everyone. Yes, yes. Love you, Brooke. Love you all so much. I appreciate every single one of you for sticking through. Y'all are amazing. And I hope that everyone has a super wonderful day and an even better weekend. Remember, these shifts and these cycles are definitely here for a reason. So do not hide yourself from your authentic truth and just keep moving more and more into purpose. Y'all are special. You are loved. You are supported. And do not stop. Okay. So if you need a private reading, you can email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. I am booked for this week, but I have a list started for next week if anyone would be interested on getting that list. And if you resonate with me, my energy, or these messages, remember to give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates with you. And if anyone would like to support the channel, there is a donation link down below in the description box. I love you all so much, so hard, and wish you all love and blessings. Okay, so y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.